All right, folks, we are going to finish this off. There's just a couple things that I want to finish with the general color and shading. I want to do Rockwell's pants. I'm going to do Kiyomi's greaves. Rockwell's glove right there, a little bit on the axe. I just want to get some of that done a little quickly, and then we will jump into the white highlights, which will be our finishing touch. As I said, the line art is bold and rough, so I don't want the colors to be too fancy. I want it to look natural. But the thing is, they are floating. They don't have. I don't think I'm going to put any cast shadows, but I want to use the white background as a highlight color, as a light source. And that's one thing I discovered that I haven't really experimented that much with. But it's a concept that I believe should be good for really bringing this piece together, which is using the white. You know, when you're a kid, a kid is not thinking of that, right? A little boy drawing on a piece of paper is not thinking, oh, I'm going to use the white as a light source. No, they're going to think, oh, I'm going to draw a swordsman right now. I'm going to draw an axeman. I'm going to draw this spearman right here. That's what I'm going to draw. And that's what I'm doing. But as a more mature artist, I'm thinking about that. I want to use the white. So I'm just gonna throw in a little bit of just general shading. I don't want it to be too complicated. I'm just kind of having Rockwell's pants give a light to dark gradient as it goes down. Not gonna be too particular with the shading here. And you know, I could even use this blur tool. Use the same brush here, smudge tool. Just kind of blend the colors together to keep things from looking too detailed. I don't want detail in these in the shading. I'm just gonna blur it together. Okay. Yep, like that. Put a little bit of a cast shadow under his fingers. This glove here will add a little bit of shading. Keep everything on the earthy color side. What about the axe? We'll just add a little bit of light to the handle. Not really thinking too much about color here. Black, fine. That's fine. Not really a conscious decision to make the axe handle black. It might even be more fitting to be a brown, but I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Let's add a shadow to Kiyomi's spear. I'm just looking at color, any parts of the piece where the color is like still really flat, and I'm just adding a little bit of shading to it. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be detailed. And here, the armor can still use some shadow. Now, high contrast, hard edges in the armor shadow. That should be more straight line, yeah, like that. And here, maybe something like this. I'm not really sure how to do this one. Something like that. No, It's gonna be something like that before I add the white highlights. I don't know. I need to really I should actually give myself some time to practice with reference on metallic objects. A basic schoolboy's task, but I need to do it. I need to put in the time. So maybe I'll make a note of that when I record this session that I need to use reference for metal. but I do want to finish this piece now. So I'm going to use a shadow color for the gold here. Keep it like, yeah, that's good. Keep it saturated. Okay. Okay, zooming out, how does this look? Is there anything that's too flat? I think just the cape, this little cape here now. We are almost done. I think I'm going to end up doing one more draft after this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this one for feedback. And usually I notice mistakes. I'm going to let it marinate for a little bit, and then I'm going to see what mistakes I notice. But I'm also going to send it to the commissioner, see if she is satisfied with this. Which, you know, last couple drafts she was pretty happy with it. So I'm hoping that this is going to be pretty close to a final draft here. Get some more occlusion shadow and cast shadow in here. Again, just adding general shading in the folds here. Now with fabric, I can get a little creative, and I don't necessarily have to look at the line art to know where their folding might be. Know where the shadows might be. Let's get in the chainmail here, actually. The chainmail is looking flat too. Let's just add some shadow in there. More on the purple side. Now, the lines kind of did some of the work for me, but I'm going to add a little bit more texture to the chainmail. There, just some texture right there. Okay. I think that's good. All right, we're going to get in there. We're going to go into... now this is dangerous, and so just so we don't destroy anything, I'm going to add this and make this into a clipping mask, so that if I color everywhere, it'll stay inside the borders. So I'm going to use white, just white. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. I'm not going to use any other colors. And we are going to add highlights. Now we have to think about, where's our light source. The white is all around them, but I wanted to look at maybe make it look like they're out in the open, outdoors. So I'm going to make the light coming directly from above. So we'll keep our brush size small for the hair. And I want it to be a strong light, like a hard, very bright like white sunlight almost. And I think this is really gonna finish the piece. I want to be thinking about texture. I want to be thinking about materials. There's the armor there. So now I'm going to double tap. Yeah, double tap, go see eraser. Now the new iPad Pencil Pro, which I have, has the squeeze feature. But when I squeeze it, it doesn't give me any options so far. There isn't a default option of Procreate, so it might be something I'm going to have to customize. Or maybe there's something they'll add in. Gonna keep it simple here. Use the eraser tool to shape it. I want to make sure that the eraser tool is on Opus Color. Okay. Some of the the places I'm putting the highlights don't really make sense, so I want to make sure they make sense. Light above, it's going to hit the armor in certain ways. Right there, yep, right here on the edges. Let's see. On the forehead, on the nose a little bit. Cheek, on his cheek a little bit. Yeah, why not? Okay, so this is well, like a gold leaf, or I don't know how to describe this. But let's get some highlight on there. The belt color's a little flat, but that's okay. Double tap for eraser. This is going to be a little bit of a highlight right here on the cape. There shouldn't be too much highlight on the cape, but just a little. Let me brush it in that way. Too much on the forehead. Let's remove some of that. There we go. Nice little streak right there. I'm only using white, keeping it very simple. What about here on the spear? Strong highlight right here on the leg armor. Let's get a strong highlight right here. Something like this. Maybe a little reflected light down here. I'm not great with metal. Okay, I need more training on this, guys. I need more training. I'm just improvising it. I'm winging it for now. It looks kind of okay, but it doesn't look right to me on this part. Or maybe I just didn't establish the shape well enough when I was drawing it. I don't know. But it's not right. Well, there would obviously be a highlight at the top, so let's add one at the top right there. Right here, white right here. Let me make sure, am I on a perfect white? Yeah. So here there would definitely be highlights. In fact, it needs more shadows to bring out these highlights, I think. They're on the greaves. I think I'll do that. More shadows here between the pieces. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll go back to the highlight layer. Go back to white. Get a little bit of highlight on the pants, yeah? Just shade it in. Little highlights right there. Highlight right here on the folds. Shape that one a little bit. And more right here. I'm gonna smudge that together. Yeah. Might have been a bit much right here. Gonna lighten it a bit. Okay. A bit strong here. Yeah, I don't think highlights go down here, actually. Just on some of the pieces, but not on all of them. I can already see as you kind of look overall, like at his upper body, the white is making sense. Like, it's kind of getting the effect that I intended, where the white is being integrated, the white background is being integrated into the piece, giving it that, what is that word? Claritas, consonancia, integritas. All the pieces coming together. A little bit of highlight in the hair there. And then maybe some stronger on this on the spear here. I think that's good. Now we'll do the same thing for Rockwell. And call it highlight, and we'll make this one also a clipping mask. These videos are running long, but I want to finish. We're so close, and let's just grind the rest of it. Get through it here. So is there highlight in his hair? Maybe a little bit here. Not too much. I want to keep this shading to a minimum right here. Yeah, just a little bit. A little bit on his forehead. Make sure that, yeah, the clipping mask is on. Ear, nose, just a little bit. Here in the neck, yeah. That'd be a strong place to put a highlight. Now the white is kind of not looking good on his face because I feel like it would be highlighted like yellow. But again, I want to keep it simple. Sometimes I'm stubborn with these concepts. It would make more sense to make the highlights on his skin a little more yellow. But I want to use the white. I want to stick to the concept. Is that even a fully bright white? It doesn't look fully... Is that the one? It doesn't... I don't know. So this is leather, maybe with some metal... metal looking lining. So definitely want some light on the shirt, which is very dark, but not too much. We don't want to overdo it. Right there, I like this light little highlight on the border here. I should think of mostly the edges here. Here, that's too much because there is a shadow being cast right there. Yeah. And the axe handle, yeah, we want that little shiny here on the wrist. A little bit on the strap here. This part should be metallic, so we'll get a little bit of highlight there. We got the highlight on the belt already, but we'll intensify it a little bit. So on the axe, we definitely want some white highlights here. Again, I don't know how to make sense of metal right now. Where do the highlights go? Do I just put them in random places? It shouldn't be random. I need to study this. If anyone watching this has some tips for metallic shading and highlights, I am all ears. I'm here to learn too. Not just here to share and teach. I'm here to learn. I want to be doing both at the same time. My Opus Lilium dream. I did get the engraving on the new iPad, by the way. Opus Lilium on both the iPad and the pen. The pencil. My own little personal touch to it. Find My Apple Pencil is a new great feature in the new Apple Pencil Pro. Some of my coworkers have been talking about, like, that's what we want. That's what we wanted, and we got it. Find My Apple Pencil. Very convenient that I can have confidence that I can locate this thing when you lose it. It uses that like near field communication Bluetooth detection. When I tried locating it once, it's kind of like finding a missing Apple TV remote. They kind of have a signal. Now these highlights are a little bit too strong, so I'm gonna make sure to keep them like just on the edges here of the character. They're almost backlit too, the way I highlight the edges. Here we will add a highlight to the shoe. Just one stroke, huh? To the laces, will that give it a nice touch? Let's see. Thin line here, let's add highlights to the laces. A little bit to the edge of the boot. Yeah, a little shininess there. A little bit of luster. Again, I don't know if I'm using these words properly. I think this is good. Yeah, there's some things I could go in and like really change, but I think overall, this is really nice. And I might call it done. I might. Highlight on the cheekbone here. A little bit. Because I put a shadow there, but we can highlight it a little bit. Shape it a little bit. Just slight. Why not? Okay, highlight here. Like, I could really get in and go detailed, but that's not the goal of this piece. So let's try to cool it right now and start calling it done. Yeah, you know what? This is good. Some of the pieces of the white are a bit too strong. I'm gonna lighten them here. I'm just gonna take a big eraser and just sort of lighten where I might feel that I might have gone overboard. But yeah, overall, looks good to me. I think Kuyomi too. I'm just gonna take an eraser and maybe whoops, wrong layer to erase from. I'm gonna erase some of the highlights that I think might have gone a little overboard. Just keep them more subtle. Okay, I think this looks fine, guys. We'll go with this. Oh, little piece right there I want to fix. Right there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stop moving my hands. We'll stop here. We'll send a draft over. Dang it. The shoelaces are too strong. Hold on. Okay, we're going to send a draft over. We're going to ask, how does this look? Okay, talk to you guys later. God bless you all. Bye-bye.